is that one afternoon, I was stretched out on the porch as usual when Paris came round the corner of the house. "What sort of architecture is this?" he asked as he came up on the porch. "It must be cottony back Tibetan," I answered promptly, for that's the only place in the world I have never been. "Really?" he said, as he disappeared into the house. In a few moments he came out with my sketch block, pencils, and watercolors. "Let's see how it would look sealed back." I think he meant soaked back. "And done correctly." I looked at him. I have never known to this day when he was spoofing. Of course, I knew what the house looked like from all angles, or I have a photographic eye. One thing you have to know about Addison Mizner, he was very full of himself. And that's okay. So I started to work at once. I curled up the corners of the room, and I stuck fish on them in the Chinese manner, stove off the railing, and did something Japanese to it. I was having great fun. With the color box, I stripped each 3 rows of shingles a different color and lacquered posts and panels all over it. When Paris looked at the sketch, he said, "Quite splendid. I like this color." I didn't find out for years that he was colorblind and couldn't tell the difference between red and green. A few moments later, I heard him start the car, and so I dashed out. It was nearly dinner time when he returned, with the car piled high with ladders, paints, and brushes. Bright and early the next morning, the banging began. A half-dozen carpenters were tearing the corners of the roof. Paris himself was splashing paint on the side of the house in his best suit, and I was horrified at when I had started. Joan, is she as white? Joan and I went into consultation, and she told me he was happiest when he was working, so we decided to say nothing. Now, you can borrow these, or, even better, you can go to the Preservation Foundation and refund.